What does that look for?
Why do you think? I'm peeking over my laptop to see what you've got there.
This?
Yeah, that. Wow. That is like the holy grail.
There has been a bar set
Yeah. Yeah.
for presents.
Yeah.
Kate Kurt's brought us a present.
Come on.
Yeah.
I
Hence,
thought, how
hence
could I
the
not-
reason he's getting acknowledged early in the podcast. Because right now, usually, me and Steve chat for 10 minutes, and then Steve eventually would go, who the fuck's this?
Yeah, there was no way I was
But-
going to let that happen. I was like,
No.
do you know what? I have to
We
You
come
don't get a
After.
choice. If we decide that's happening, that's happening.
It's not happening, bruv. You think with his voice, I'm getting heard, bruv. No,
With
but,
that gift, you're getting heard.
yeah,
because
no, I
that
thought-
is. I thought you just brought it in for us to look at, which is good enough, but he's like, no, I brought it in for you.
Yeah, this is brew.
Some shit adverts in there, mate.
Come on. Let's get
go
to
through
it.
it, go through it,
Forget
yeah.
if you think we're going to talk about whatever's on the thumbnail, then I've got some. I've got some
What
magic.
is on the thumbnail?
I don't even know. I've got some magic beans to sell
For
you.
a programme, no price on the front of it. Interesting.
That worries me. That when you don't see a price, it's usually because you're in some sort of restaurant you should not be eating in.
Cash only, innit?
Yeah.
Cash only, mate. Sorry.
An Opal Calibra.
Right? Is that like a?
That's Vauxhall.
Is that a
in
Vauxhall?
Europe.
Vauxhall in Europe, right? Okay, I remember.
Everything else is black and white apart from literally the adverts are the only thing in colour.
I don't
MasterCard.
feel like, considering this is such a prestigious event, right? The biggest event arguably in the history of football.
Whoa,
this
whoa.
looks like a college project.
However, you not got to the What's On in Rotterdam in 1991.
Oh, go on.
Oh, what is on?
Hit
Come
me
on.
with it.
June 14th to 23rd, we got Teatro Fantastico, which
What is that?
I'm a man of the world. I think it means fantastic theatre, right?
Oh.
Which is a big festival with music, dance, theatre, children performances, late night shows, etc.
When's
Sounds
that?
like it was
When's
put on
that?
by Balenciaga.
14th of June to 23rd.
Wow.
Less of that. 17th of June, live concert of Paul Simon.
Oh, I love Paul
18th
Simon.
of June,
There you go.
Eureka event of excellence.
Whoa, whoa,
a light
who's
and
Paul
laser
Simon?
show.
Who's Paul Simon?
You never
1st of July, the Bee
Simon and
Gees.
Garfunkel?
Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees?
Bee Gees.
Mate, we need to move to Rotterdam, man. We're missing out here.
August 9th,
Yeah.
Rotterdam tournament, which is an international football tournament with Feyenoord and 3 other foreign clubs.
If there was a time machine to take you back to an era, that'd be it, wouldn't it?
Mate, you've
Time
got
and place.
The greatest game ever. Then you've got Paul Simon.
Come on.
The thing is,
Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees
The
as well.
fucking Bee Gees,
Charlton's
bro.
finest.
you can pretty much pick any year in the 90s and it's amazing. But if you go back to 1990,
Not for Kurds, but I mean,
they got better at parts.
He makes a very good point, doesn't he?
not for everyone, for certain people, yeah.
All right, for Manchester,
Yeah, for
any time in the 90s,
for the
pretty
red,
fucking
the red
epic.
part of Manchester, the
Yeah,
red three
yeah.
quarters of Manchester.
But if you go earlier, you get in there 1990, catch the back end of the World Cup, and then you roll all the way through to 1999. It's fucking epic, wasn't it?
It was epic.
Do you remember any of it?
Yeah, I remember all of it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Steve are of a similar age. Steve's first memory is this game, like first final. Sorry, you
Yes.
don't really remember 1990, do you?
No, I went to my first match in September 1990.
How old were you?
5 or something.
YouTubers, you're all the same. So Johnny come lately. Oh, started going to United. We started winning things, have we?
Typical fan cam.
Pathetic. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm only 5. Pathetic. So I was 10 when we won it in 1990. So that's my first memory. I remember, like, obviously we drew with Palace in the first game 3-3, and the replay with Lee Martin. And then by 91, I was sort of beginning to like fully get it. And then 92, 93 is when I stopped going with my dad and started going on my own with my mates. In the old paddock, scoreboard paddock, though, not the Stretford Paddock, unfortunately.
Do you know I saw something yesterday? Because you lot, I mean, you went when there were legends playing, yeah? I saw a tweet yesterday.
Like Neil Webb.
Someone goes...
Russell Beardsmore.
hold on, someone goes...
Lee Martin.
We have to be careful here, because we're going to probably have some of these people on this show at one point.
Do you want to come? We've never slagged
If you are watching Russell Beardsmore, Lee Martin or Neil Webb, we are happy to have you on it.
Next month we'll be in Glasgow doing a live event with Russell Beardsmore, ladies and gentlemen.
It's £10 for everyone who turns up.
But I saw a tweet yesterday, someone going, Anthony Martial will go down as a Manchester United legend. He'll score 100 goals. He's won a Europa League. And I was like, you must be 12.
Do you know what, though?
There is no way that he's going down as a legend.
No, I agree. Unless he does
The
a
Legends
madness
game.
in his next few years.
He's going to play in a Legends game
God.
against Ajax in 30 years. In that
If he's
case, then
he'll
yes,
probably
he will
be
be
injured.
a legend.
He'll probably be
Right.
injured, yeah.
He will be a legend in that sense, because there's people who never even played for United that play in those games.
Yeah, there is. Like, if you just was on the books once at United at under 18s, you're in the Legends game. Honestly, I'm not
Like
exaggerating.
Christopher Eagles.
He's
and
like,
that,
honestly, mate, he's well on there. He's played games. He's scored for United. He's
How
the captain.
late
He's
do some
elite.
of those texts get sent out?
Yeah. He's like, I watched one on the telly once. You know, they used to put, was it the 6-a-side ones on the telly? I was like, what's that? I'm a United fan. I watched United on my phone. I don't remember him. my dad had to tell me. He said he played once. He was like, all right.
Who's your favourite obscure player?
Graham Tomlinson.
Shout.
That's a good
I think there's only you who knew what I was on about when I said that. And I've said that on a few podcasts and people go, I've never heard of him.
Jesper Blomqvist.
No.
Not that obscure, though.
41 apperances in 99.
Still kind of
Are you
obscure.
mental?
Started a Champions League
League final.
All right, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Who's your most obscure player? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Listen.
I mean, he's done. He
hasn't played in a minute, but Sir Bobby Charlton.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, Stanley Matthews.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Steve, you've got a few.
My
You're
favourite
probably mates
obscure
with him,
United
whoever
player.
it is, because you're mates with all these players that played for United at one point.
He's going to say Rio Ferdinand.
No, yeah.
Second greatest defender the Premier League ever saw.
I agree. 100%.
That's what me and Poch was arguing about, by the way. You see the
Right,
video where
give some context there, because it sounds like you auditioning for the Didn't Happen.
He's talking about his mistress, innit?
Yeah.
Like when he's talking about 5.
We need to get them cards that would I lie to you? Because every time I chat to him, he's just doing some man.
Do you know when he was at the World Cup, the amount of texts he was sending me of random things, he's like, I'm on pitch with Schweinsteiger. And I'm like, what's going on, bro?
It knocks me sick.
So one of the vlogs is Poch saying no hard feelings to me as he's leaving. Now everyone just assumes it's because I slagged him off forever and he knows, and it's not.
Why is it? Why is he saying no hard feelings?
So Poch was there early. I was there early.
Yeah.
Joel and Rio were late.
Right. Okay.
So
Are we making this a race thing? Or?
I didn't make it a race thing. Just stated the facts.
I was there on time. But
And
the people of colour that are involved in the podcast.
the other people weren't.
So for 20 minutes, I had to sort of like shoot the shit with Poch and sort of like not just have him sitting there on his phone or whatever. So I'm going to be polite. He's a top bloke. Banana's a top bloke, and I don't want her managing United either. So we just ended up having a chat, and as he was going, he said like a proper throwaway comment, which is like, "Oh, Rio, greatest defender the Premier League's ever seen." And I was like, "Relax, no, he's not." And he was like, "Who?" And he went. I think he went, "Not Virgil van Dijk." And I was like, "No, who the fuck
Doesn't
you on
come
about?"
close. Doesn't not in the
And
top 10.
I went, "Yep, Stam." And he went, yeah, he goes, I think Rio's heavier. And then Rio just went, he always says Yap Stam. I was like, yeah, 'cause it's right.
It's true. Yap Stan's my favourite defender. I remember once when BT asked me to do something like send a question to Rio. That's like my intro was like, you're my second favourite defender. He didn't even notice. He just answered the question. But I was like, Yap Stam. It annoys me when people go like, oh, the debate is like whether it's Vidic, Terry or Van Dijk. I'm like,
What, so who's the fifth best?
yeah. I'm like, nah, man. Yap Stam was unreal.
When I saw Virgil hook the other night, I was so happy.
Do you feel like
So
it's just the typical thing, like Liverpool, because they've been so sort of desperate for this title win. They've got the title win, and then they've tried to elevate that
in front
team.
of no fans.
Yeah, they've tried to elevate that team into something it's not. Like, it's a good team. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but it's like it's one of the best ever. Well, it ain't.
No, it's not.
Van Dijk's the best defender ever, but he's not.
They have to bring in points tallies. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
It's completely irrelevant.
you
It's all
always say,
nerds
you only
that
get
are
one
watching
trophy.
the game on spreadsheets as opposed to actually watching the game. They're like, look at the
irrelevant.
goals and assists he's had, or look at it. I don't care, bro.
No.
Yeah, like they don't evoke that feeling in people.
Like at the end of Yap Stan's 3 years at United, he'd won 3 titles. That's you cannot do any better than that.
End of
Including the
story.
treble.
Yeah, including the treble. Like, you can't improve on that. Winning the title every single season you're here.
Didn't do bad at Milan as well, did he?
Mate, it pains me we let him go. Pains me your mate and him didn't play together.
We actually spoke about that. We did a Q&A on Sunday, and someone brought up, it might be me actually. It might have been me because I saw something which I'd...
Sent a question in on his phone. Like,
Maldini was the greatest centre-half of all time, and I'm like, Maldini's a left-back. Like this, because he finished his career for these fucking FIFA virgins at centre-half, or his FIFA card says he's a centre-half. He was a left-back. He is the quintessential left-back. There's only him and Roberto Carlos as the... Who's the fucking best left-back?
I love Roberto Carlos, but was he that good defensively?
Yes, because he was in an era where he had to do both. He wouldn't look out of place now. He'd look sensational
Yeah,
now.
of course.
All right, would you have
I'd have Maldini because I'd go.
Would you have Dennis Irwin or
Thank
Roberto
you.
Carlos?
You've took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was going to ask. Would you have Dennis Irwin's career at United, or would you have swapped that to bring in Roberto Carlos and have him at United for that period of time?
Roberto Carlos brings a level of flair that Dennis Irwin didn't have being a corkman.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Roberto Carlos couldn't have survived in Manchester, bruv. He'd have had a hamstring injury. It was too cold for him, bruv. There's
Especially
no
quads
way.
like that.
Roberto Carlos would have been dropping a few 4s and 5s and shit.
I'm sure.
And Dennis
But
Irwin never did.
It's irrelevant because it's still Maldini.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'm
And
not
Maldini's top
going
of
to
the tree as a fucking left back, right-footed left back. How people have him as centre half. But anyway, the whole top 10 was just fucking chaos. It was like the greatest centre halves of all time. And you're like, it had Beckenbauer in there, who was a midfielder. It had Maldini in there, who was a left back, and then it had John Terry in there, who's a racist.
Yeah, proper racist. It made me laugh because you cold-shouldered him, didn't you?
3 times.
3 times, and he was confused as to why you did that. I'm like, for anyone who doesn't know, I know you told this when we was on the live show.
Yeah, I'm keeping it to the live show.
All right, okay. But basically, there's no surprise that you're not going to be his mate, is there?
No, he was asking questions about what has he ever done to that guy.
What, the guy who's mates with the guy that you had a
Whose
whole
brother
court
you
case
racially
today?
abused.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've got...
Could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've got black friends.
Not black dog.
So, you know...
Don't say shit like that around me. What did you call him?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a mystery, is it, John? Come on, have a think about it. Why don't he like you? I wonder.
Together, John.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like he's Wayne Bridge. P Savage in the chat says, just to say, keep up the good work, lads. Looking forward to watching the channel when we are properly mint and competing again.
What, like this season?
I think we're on it.
Oh, good God.
No.
Listen,
I mean,
I'm going full giddy, bruv.
Go on.
Right? You've said worse things on the internet that we can clip up, bruv. Shout out Cameron Borthwick Jackson and that, bruv. Like,
he's got a good memory.
Do you know what I mean?
Prove me wrong, though.
what was the Cameron Borthwick Jackson film? Was it his best crosser? Or something?
I
Is
think
it
he
one of
thought
the
it
best
was.
crosses of the ball we've had since David Beckham?
Right, okay.
Oh my
Right?
gosh.
No, did that say he's as good a footballer as David Beckham? No, he didn't.
Do you know what?
He said, is he as good a
You're
crosser?
one of the only people that agrees with me about like David Beckham should have won a Ballon d'Or. Yeah, like
I'll fight people about that.
Yeah.
99.
But I've gone proper giddy and gone fuck. Like we're gonna challenge. We're gonna. Do you know what? I need some optimism in it. Like we need some optimism.
I know what you want. I know what you want to say. I know you'll say we're gonna challenge.
Yeah.
I seen that little thing you had there, that split second where you just stopped yourself from saying what you really wanted to say.
To be fair,
Do you know what I mean? I think if City had lost last night, you'd have said it. I think it was Saturday you're saying it.
I think there's a clip of me online saying we were going to win it when we beat Newcastle 4-1 when Ronaldo came. But I think we're going to win the Champions League.
I said it every year since 2013.
I said it when he arrived. Honestly, I said it when Ollie took over. 20 years on from last time we won it.
Everything's merging together. It's the last puzzle. Do you know what I mean? I look. I mean, I know everybody says if we get a striker, like we can compete, but I genuinely like we look much. Everybody else is terrible.
You're right. I think we lost too much early doors. And I think there's still a wobble for us to come. I think there's probably injuries. We've been pretty fortunate with injuries. I think there's probably injuries, suspensions for sure going to come, and just form. We've had a couple of players fall off.
I agree with what you're saying there about we've given ourselves a lot to do losing those games, like the losing your first 2 games already.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're up against it. I feel like you're right. I feel if anything happens to Casemiro or Marcus, we're in trouble. But the flip side to that is I think if anything happens to De Bruyne or Haaland, City in trouble. If anything happens to Saka and Partey, Arsenal in trouble. I think there's 2
Not
players.
so much though, because they've still got Bernardo Silva and
Yeah, but they're not playing at the levels they were, bro. I'm not obviously a City fan, but I've watched City a few times this season. I watched them against Leeds, watched them the other night. They're so over-reliant now on 1 or 2 players. They never used to be like that. They used to have Jesus would weigh in, Mahrez would weigh in, Grealish, not Grealish, Foden. It'd be spread out.
But they're not even playing Foden at the moment.
No, he started last night. He was anonymous.
He said mentioned something about I pick players based on body language, and apparently they were saying like his body language in training weren't all that for the past.
He said some weird things, though, didn't he, Pat?
What did he call Calvin Phillips
Jackson last night?
And that.
What's that about?
He said what?
What did he say?
About Jamie Jackson. He said something about him, didn't he? About that's why he picked the team he did or something.
I never liked any of his music.
but yeah, he called Calvin Phillips fat or whatever. He said he's overweight, that's a nice morale booster for you, innit?
To be fair,
But do you know if any of
he put timber on.
if a United manager had said that, they'd have been like, if Ten Hag had said that, people would have gone, oh yeah, he's out of his depth. You can't say that in England, because Pep says it's fine. But
He said it last night on the subs. I'm a genius. In the last press conference, it was Jamie Jackson, my friend, and he said, "Why did you make a sub 87 minutes against Everton?" I took notes. I thought about it. I thought about him at half time, and I changed at half time. He's obviously taking the piss.
Yeah.
But he did make changes yesterday.
Do you know the best thing about, I think, Ten
He's
Hag?
just been on
We had a bit of a bozo streak in us, where like, you know, like even if we were up at certain points, like in the last few years, you're like, this could go west at any minute. But now, I think now under Ten Hag, when we go up, we're like, oh right, we're gonna see this out now.
Yeah, there's no fear of just dropping points.
I still have that low. Honestly, you know, we were 2-0 up against Forest the other day. And against Bournemouth. Both times I'm like, we need a third, you know. We need a third. I don't like this.
But it's what the last few years have done to us, isn't it?
Yeah. We get a 2-goal lead and we look great. I think Ten Hag, the way he's handled the off the pitch stuff, I think has allowed the players to buy in a big way, which is massive. Because I think a lot of management is just managing the personalities within the squad. You know, keeping them hungry, not pissing them off too much. You know, giving people the right breaks and the right opportunities, and I think that's most of it. In all honesty, I think people overcomplicate what a manager has to do to try and make them look like some fucking mad scientist.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember Harry Redknapp saying, "It's not rocket science. If you've got the best players, just play them."
Yeah.
The Irish.
Is he Irish? Yeah.
Well, that's like when we had Danny Simpson on here, didn't we, about Ranieri. And what helped Ranieri was he didn't have a squad to tinker with when they won it.
Yeah.
He had like 14, 13 players he could rely on. So that's who he picked. And then as soon as like the following season when he bought a few more players because he won the league, he was terrible. He got sacked. Because all of a sudden he started rotating and doing what he normally does, tinkering about. And it all went wrong. But that season, because he didn't have any injuries.
And they lost a few players though, didn't they?
Yeah, didn't have any injuries, didn't have Europe. Just had the same 11. I think Danny Simpson started 8 games in, didn't he? And then from them 8 games, it was the same 11.
About 4, I think.
Sorry, 4 games and whatever. From then on, it was like the same 11 every single game almost. And he just kept winning. And it's like, all he did was keep him happy and just not get in the way, basically.
Yeah, that's all Pep needed to not do in the Champions League final.
Not get in the way.
Just go play golf.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't drop all your defensive midfielders.
First 10 outfielders that walk through the changing room door, you're playing.
Yeah. Don't change
See you out there.
it. Do you know?
You know what you're doing? You happy?
But it makes you laugh, right?
He's on corners. See you in a bit.
Because he's messed it up in the Champions League so many times, hasn't he, Pep? Yeah. Spurs, Lyon, Chelsea, the Scousers. And yet, City fans just make excuses for him. Oh, it's not him. No, it's not him. You didn't get it wrong. Well, he did.
He's doing miracles on a shoestring. You have to remember that.
Yeah, he is. Like, you lost to teams like 30 points below you in the league. It's like, it's your fault. You dropped all your players that normally play in midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, all your defensive midfield players, I should say. It's madness.
Do you believe that Yaya Toure curse?
What's the Yaya Toure curse?
Yaya Toure said apparently he went to a shaman or something apparently and said like...
Is it the same one that Paul Pogba went to apparently, to the Kylian Mbappe?
Yeah.
He needs to check his receipts for that, I think.
Yeah.
He needs to get his fucking money back, doesn't he?
Has he played for Juve since he's left?
Not much, if at all, I don't
I
think.
don't think he has. He's got injured again, hasn't he?
Do you want to said he's not to play? I didn't mean me's not to play.
Yeah. You've
He's out here fucking rassing it up.
Here?
And I'm injured.
Oi! Why is he not answering his phone?
That whole Paul Pogba thing with his brother is insane, though, isn't it?
It's just,
I feel for him, you know.
Which one?
Paul Lamille. Right. Because, you know, everyone's had a row with a brother, but it's a bit deep, like rocking up your house with a load of mates, with a load of lads with guns to kidnap you and demanding 30 million quid.
Yeah, and also like
you know
putting curses on you.
Yeah, and then going to the press, being grass.
I'll block you on Twitter. We're not going to put a curse on you.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Might remove myself from the family group chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Dramatically.
Yeah. That's it. I've done them once.
You might say something you regret, like, but you apologise for it later.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna.
You don't run up with like half of like I don't know, like Central Republic of Chad's like armory.
Where do you get a shaman from anyway?
I don't know.
Did he have like Yelp reviews?
I'm
not just going to get some Booksy fucking shaman. I want a 5-star, 1,000 reviewed
Yellow
shaman.
Pages.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, you got to go. You
got to
go old school.
I bet you know someone.
It's not our thing, that.
I bet there's someone there goes,
Black magic's not our thing.
Don't worry, bro.
No.
Oi, I got a guy.
Grenades, handguns.
Yeah, we know
no problem. Shaman.
Give me a week.
You're a caravan.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year from our friends over. From our friends over at Manscaped. The ball has officially dropped, but that doesn't mean you have to drop the ball on your balls in 2023. Whether you had a New Year's kiss or not, the leaders in below the waist grooming have you covered for much needed resolution for bringing sexy back. That means you can join the 7 million men worldwide.
7 million men.
That never goes up, does it?
That's
we've had him since it was only 2 million men.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, honestly.
I don't want to take all the credit for it, but you know,
I've never seen this advertised on any other podcast.
I don't think they do.
I think this is
it.
Yeah, this is
they
it.
found the best and they stuck with us. Yeah, you can join the 7 million men, including us, who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com.
Exclusive offer.
Yeah.
That means just
Right,
solely
okay.
for you lot.
I'm going to explain why it's exclusive. Go to manscaped.com. Use the code Howson.
Well, Kay's already said there ain't no one else that has
no one else.
a deal
it's
with Manscaped.
It's exclusive. This is it. This is the only place
Rogan would
you're going to get.
chop his own arm off to get a deal like this.
Of course. Anyone would.
Yeah,
We've got it. 20% off and free shipping. Do you know what I mean? Because it's New Year's, which means new year, new balls with global leaders. You've got the Performance Package 4.0. You've got the advanced skin safe technology. You've got the anti-chafing boxers. If Joe was here, he'd say, how is your anti-chafing? Is she all right? But he's not, so he won't.
Shit jokes.
I know, but that's what he does.
In the presence of a top-tier comedian
I know,
as well.
I know. Sorry, I apologise. It wasn't me. I was just quoting Joe. You've got the Crop Reviver, the Crop Preserver. You've got the Weed Whacker for all your nose and hairs. Do you ever get that, you? You're at
Not
that age.
really, no.
Do you not?
I love how you didn't ask me. It was just like you're Middle Eastern, so obviously there's.
Has to make it all about that, doesn't he? Eh? I didn't ask you because you're a young man.
No, I mean,
How old are you?
32.
Oh, right, you're not that young.
No, I'm not that young,
Well,
no.
do you get it then? Not because you're Middle Eastern, but because you
Get it in my
old.
nose now.
Do you? Well, you need the Weed Whacker.
I
then.
do.
There you go, the Weed Whacker
Weed Whacker 5000.
What's even
and you've
length for some of the nose hairs that I get? You got to just fucking yank them out. Do you want to drive and be like, ah!
I know, I get paranoid. mate.
Fucking 2-incher.
But you look like you like pain. Like I reckon.
Don't frown, Steve.
Yeah, no.
I think he may have a point.
Yeah, like I reckon you live for pain.
I won't say I'd live for it.
No, bro. Like, who else has compartment syndrome and then goes, do you know what I'm gonna do? Like 2 weeks after my recovery, I'm gonna walk like 5,000 miles a day. Like, who does that, bruv? Running a marathon with a 60 kg bag on.
We're going to discuss that in a minute. But first of all, make
Do you know
sure
what?
you go and check
It
out.
was only possible by wearing my Manscaped undies.
Thank you. No chafing.
There
Anti-chafing
you go.
technology. No nicks when he's using them in his nooks and crannies. So go and check out manscaped.com. There's a link in the description. You get 20% off using the code Howson20. Free shipping. Your balls will thank you. And cheers to new balls
There's
in
a
2023.
2-in-1 shampoo there as well.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? You got body deodorant, 2-in-1 body wash. You got it all.
Wow.
What's the 2-in-1?
The 2-in-1
You can
shampoo.
conditioner in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If moisturising companies wanted to really sell me, all I need to see is someone just lathering up one ball. Do all the ones
What,
like
like-
anti-wrinkle
Like
stuff.
a comparison thing.
Yeah, just the right ball, just lathered in oil of Olay or any other.
Olive oil, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then just been like, bosh. One of them looks like a fucking worn-out elbow. One looks like JZ.
Happening.
Like a bowling
in
ball
real
shine.
time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like a real thing.
If it works,
Yeah.
prove it.
I like that. That could be the new marketing campaign.
Yeah, get Uncle Albert's nuts
Yeah,
out.
you know.
But
and
imagine
show
like
me on
a-
his balls.
Nah, man. Like, but if you're seeing like a really shiny scrotum, that's gonna look mad.
Well, if your anti-wrinkle cream works,
Would
But I
you
don't-
want that though?
Yeah, that's
Would
what
you
I'm
want
saying.
a shiny, like,
I won't want that. But if I'm
marble
paying fucking
type.
70 quid or whatever it is for my missus's fucking facial moisturiser, I want to know this shit works. And we find out it works by using Uncle Albert's sack.
I find it funny how like they use mental health to sell men moisturiser now.
Really?
Like there's one of your mates is on there in the advert.
I don't know who that is.
Jermaine
so-
Genius, innit?
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
he's in one of the adverts.
You got to narrow it down now with him. Could
Yeah,
be
exactly.
anyone.
Yeah, it could be any
And that,
ex-footballer.
when someone goes, your mate's on there, it's usually someone you don't like.
Yeah, I always do that with your mate.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but
Like-
well, I'm not sure you do like him. the way you were like, hey, have you seen what everyone's saying about
That
you?
was brutal, wasn't it? That was brutal. And I'd say that to him. It's like he didn't even know. He's like, oh yeah.
It was like do you know what it looked like had happened? He'd gone through Twitter and go, oh, Jermaine Genius is trending. Hey, Jermaine,
Jermaine, you know these people that you've got blocked so you don't see? Well, I'm going to read them out to you whilst filming it live.
Yeah, and then the poor guy is just laughing, like but
Like,
you could tell,
for
like
tears of
you
of
could tell
anger.
it's that laugh like where it's like, haha, let me not make this awkward on camera, innit?
He's like, hey.
He's good people, Jermaine.
And then he goes, what did Jermaine say? He goes, oh yeah,
disappointingly
if you're
good
not
people.
trending, you're not doing it well.
Yeah.
And he
I
goes,
thought-
don't think that's how it works. Like,
A brutal sting. You listen to Jermaine. Guess what this guy's saying about you? He's the worst pundit ever. With a grin. Jermaine's like, oh yeah, if you're not trending, you're not doing it right. No,
He's
that's not right.
I'm not.
His
I'm sure
commentary's
he is.
awful.
But you like the guy, don't you?
He's good people, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. There's a lot of people like that though. You know, like
Doesn't he
you
run
meet
like
them-
a supply teaching agency?
Really?
Yeah, it's something.
Stop it.
Something
Stop
mad.
it, though. Stop it now.
I'm being real. I swear.
Right. You know what? I quit drinking drugs a long time ago, right? You're not having me over like this.
No, I swear
Jermaine
to you,
Jennings
yeah.
runs a supply teaching agency.
Google it.
No!
Google it.
You're not
I'm
making
being
me do this, right? You're not
I'm
making
being serious. He runs a supply teaching agency.
Why?
You want a supply teacher?
Draw me the lines to how that
You want a
came
supply
about.
teacher? Yeah. You ring up. You're like, who?
Why
the
do
guy?
I want a supply teacher?
You're like, who's the guy? That,
Mate,
no.
I talk shit on YouTube. Why do I need to?
Wait, you're like, who's the guy who's the guy that played for Tottenham in midfield? Jermaine Genius. I'll ring him, and then he sends you a supply teacher. There you go. The Aquinas Foundation was set up. Yeah, Craig Anderson and Jermaine Genius to help tackle truancy and gang
I
culture.
was certain you were having me over.
Nah, bro.
I was certain. Why is Jermaine?
I couldn't write that. There you go, bro. Like who?
Right. The history teacher's not turned up.
Text him. Be like, yo, what's
Get Jermaine Jennings on the phone.
Who's that guy on Match Today? Ring him now, quick. Hey, the class
So
needs a
Alan
teacher.
Shearer runs the Dinny Ladies Agency.
Oh, I know that.
Alan Shearer
we
has
go.
got more fucking sides to him than you will believe.
I'm not surprised.
And the one that he puts on telly is the worst one.
Yeah, no.
He's
I-
a fucking lad.
I
yeah.
think he is getting better on the telly now. He was terrible when he started, but now he's not as terrible.
There's certain players that I didn't like when they were playing, but as they've retired, you've sort of warmed to him, and I think he's one
Ian
of them.
Wright and Alan Shearer are probably top of that
Ian,
list.
Ian Wright. Everyone loves Ian Wright now.
Yeah.
If
Do you know what?
But it was horrible. I can see why Arsenal fans loved him,
Yeah.
of course. But I hated him.
He chinned Steve Bruce down the tunnel, you know.
Did it?
Yeah. But no, I was never a big fan. But now you kind of like him, though. He's good on the socials and
But
stuff.
you always know he was a good player.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking top bloke as well, isn't he?
Listen, Ian
He's
Wright.
allowed his personality to
Ian Wright uses TikTok better than anyone I know. Like for a man that age to be like, so he's lip syncing.
He's done the hard hours, hasn't he, on the telly and that? Because remember when he had like the Ian Wright show and all that was awful.
But
and he was on Match of the Day when he used to be like a bit of a
he's
comedy
been into
person, innit?
YouTube, he's been
stopped
into
doing it for a while.
podcasting, he's been
Yeah.
into all of that sort of stuff. The best thing about Ian Wright is Ian Wright wakes up every day and he's Ian Wright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, he dresses a little bit out there, but it's him.
it's good
He
though.
rides a bike. Like, he wakes up and just puts Ian Wright clothes on and goes and busy Ian
I
Wright.
reckon though, like that's part of being a fashionista, isn't it? I think he's a bit of a fashionista.
Being himself.
He's
Yeah.
a character anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he's been jail and all that. He's not like he's just, a beige footballer.
No,
he
I
came through
think
an
he's-
academy and was
yeah,
straight
he's-
into it. Do you know what I mean? Lived
Went
a
off a
life.
building site. and
Yeah,
just,
that's what I mean.
yeah,
Like, do you know
literally,
what I mean? Like, almost
He's an
didn't make
interesting
it.
guy, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of sides to him, like saying it's interesting. Whereas someone like Shearer, he's
Yeah,
a
this
bit
isn't
more-
Michael Owen who's never read a book or watched a film. Get a fucking grip.
Was he out there?
No.
That's one small fucking bonus, isn't it? Eh? Do you know what I mean? Because if you sat here telling me that Michael Owen's all right, I'd be off.
It's not going to happen.
I'll-
Like, what
I'll
can you have a
stop at Jermaine
conversation
Jennings.
with him
Amongst
about?
that would have probably been the biggest reason to boycott the Qatar World Cup.
Yeah, never mind anything else. Just Michael Owen on me telly. I've had enough. But do you know what is with Michael Owen?
Have
It's
you
weird.
ever read a fucking book or watched a film? though?
I don't like. He won a title at United, and he scored that goal in the derby, and yet I have no warmth towards him.
No one
at-
likes him.
at-
No
at
one
all.
likes him.
It's
He's a
like-
homeless player.
Yeah,
yeah.
Can you name another homeless player? Like, you got R9.
Well,
who's
like, I mean,
loved
Jermaine Pennant
at
went
all of
bankrupt the
their.
other day,
He's loved.
he's full of that hard side.
Yeah.
He went bankrupt, but was on TalkSport the next day.
Yeah, he's still got to work.
I know, but
But
like,
can you imagine that? Like, you're being reported on being bankrupt. Like, the radio station that employs you is going, yeah, Jermaine Pennant has declared bankruptcy. You could catch him tonight on a sports bar.
and we'll ask him how it's going.
Jamie O'Hara going, yeah, ring in. Jermaine, how you doing? Like,
That's good. Jed's Dead Baby says, did the ITV and BBC pundits mingle? Or
No,
was it like
I text Gary Neville was out there and got pied.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll text you back when he wants you on the overlap.
Yeah, just fucking pied me.
Chris,
I really want to see Roy Keane.
did you
I
not see him
wanted
on
to
there?
go and talk to Roy Keane about rugby league.
did you see him?
Just to fucking make him go like, what?
Did you see him? They had like an ITV football match, and then he scored and he took his top off. commented on it and I was like, that's disrespectful, that is. shouldn't be celebrating like that. I wouldn't have that.
He is what he is, Roy Keane, isn't he? And I think sometimes he over-exaggerates it a bit.
I reckon he's better than McTominay still.
What now?
Yeah.
At 50?
I reckon he'll still put a shift.
Yeah, his hips are bad though, aren't they?
Yeah, he had a few injuries, didn't he?
Yeah, but I reckon he'll still do, like 10 minutes. You bring him on. You bring him on at the 80th minute. You bring him on at the 80th minute.
Do you remember the class 92 they had the 99 anniversary game? Beckham scored. He was pinging passes, and everyone's like, "These lot are getting the team now." And I was like, well, they wouldn't.
No,
he was second at the time in the league. It's not like we were that bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a real second though, innit? Like, it wasn't a real second. You know when people go, oh, you okay second? Yeah, but we were like 20 points off, bruv. Like, that was not second to be proud of.
Beckham's performance was the best right-wing performance Old Trafford's seen in years.
No, 100%, that's true.
Everyone else looked a little bit old, but I knew.
Weren't he training it with Arsenal or something?
He was hiring Loftus Road to get Brooklyn and all his mates, and he was just playing 11 asides like 2-3 times a week. He did a pre-season for a Legends game.
Imagine hiring a stadium just because you want to have a kickabout with your mates later on.
I know, it's mad, that,
like normal people just go power league for a few weeks.
I know Fives gets pumped up quickly.
I'm going to go and train with PSG for a week just to get my fitness back.
Cancelling games just so you can train.
Yeah, no, it's fine, Bex.
We can't have our game this week against Swansea. Beckham's using the
That's
stadium.
his whole brand, though. His whole brand means that much to him that he's never going to be seen with a hair out of place. He's never going to show up to a Legends game and not be 10 out of 10. Like, his whole brand is excellence, isn't it? He's never going to turn up and toss it off.
Well, his whole brand is trying to get a knighthood. That's his whole brand.
He is massively twerking for an idol, isn't he? He's doing everything. Queuing for the Queen.
I think she's just amazing. I think she was amazing. I've been here since 2 a.m. It's been hard, but I just want to pay my respects.
Get out of here, man. The guy, he's never said a controversial thing in his life. You know when people are like, "Oh yeah, would you really?" I don't think, like, if I wouldn't want to see him on Viable 5 or on Stretford Paddock.
No, because we wouldn't speak to him.
Yeah, he'd just be like,
I would love to interview him and then like cut and then be like, he's a cunt, isn't he? Like, I would love him just to be real because he ain't been real.
He must be like that off camera.
He's had so much media training, it's mad. But I've heard some stories about him that I can reveal off camera, but like, that is not the real.
Yeah, he's got a legal team we haven't, so it's probably best.
Legal team?
Yeah, we've got like.
I think we've got legal firm.
Yeah.
We've got the.
Do you reckon he's had a hair transplant?
Do I reckon he's had a hair transplant?
Yeah.
1,000%.
Really?
And it's the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
He's had a bit.
He definitely never went.
He wore the fucking Peaky Blinder out for about 9 years straight.
He is in danger, I think. If he's a gorgeous human being, but he's in danger of going a bit Simon Cowell.
Yeah, he's
had a few.
He's had a bit of Botox.
It's like
there was no expressions in Qatar.
Really?
You can see it's on.
Like, it's going on there, mate.
It's in the post. Now's the time to stop with all that. Do you know what I mean? You look all right. You don't want to end up looking like you're melting.
Doesn't his son annoy you?
Which one?
The one that.
To be honest, no, because none of them do.
The one that's like, oh, I'm a photographer, I'm an actor, I'm everything.
Do you know what?
I'm a chef.
It must be fucking well hard to be Beckham's son. You're a fucking. You're a sex icon for both genders.
What do you mean, how old is he? He's about 25.
You're one of the best footballers that ever lived.
Hey.
Yeah, but I've never done that and gone on GQ, bro. And gone, oh yeah, here's my new...
By the time I was 25, I'd worked in a warehouse, I'd worked in a benefits agency, I've been a cleaner, I've gone to college twice and failed.
You weren't on the cover of The Big Issue or something, do you know what I mean?
He just comes straight out the gate with that 100 million followers, hasn't he? You're going to have to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
You can't go and work in an office somewhere.
Well, didn't they say for a while he worked in a cafe? They're like...
Did he though?
Yeah.
Beckham was like...
a while. I'll be like 8 minutes.
Shift.
Made someone a brew and then got off. Got the photos. Right.
Yeah, like Beckham was like, we got him a job at a local cafe so he understands the value of money. I was like, get to fuck, bruv. Does he understand the value of money, bruv?
He's never
Dad, can I borrow the Lambo?
No, you can take the Beamer. I'm teaching you a lesson. Hey, bloody kids these days. Like, he's never ever going to really get it, is he? But that's okay.
Doesn't one of his children play football as well? For like Inter Miami? Or like something?
Oh yeah, the second one, isn't it? Robbie?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what's happening with Inter Miami? Because Phil Neville managing there.
He's still managing there, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
What's wrong with Phil Neville, Jay? Please tell us.
All right. I haven't got anything. What annoys me with Phil Neville, right, is this idea like...
There's only one thing.
Like the class of 92 and he's in it. And then it's like, we should have a statue of the class of 92. No, we fucking shouldn't. Right? Let's just stop this utter nonsense. We should not have a statue of Phil Neville at Old Trafford. Nothing against the guy. He was a decent player. But he's not, let's have a statue levels, is it? Brian Robson ain't got a statue.
Go on, I want to
Gino
know
hasn't.
your 5. I am Manchester United statue commissioner.
Right, okay.
Right.
I've got budget for 5 statues to go
Right.
around Old Trafford. Give us your 5. You don't have to confer or agree. Give us your
Beards
5.
more.
Standard. Hey, melt down the
Danny
Fergie and Busby
Simpson.
ones for that one. Hey, get rid of that nonsense.
Let us know in the
Get
comments.
Russell up there.
Give us your 5.
Danny Simpson.
We're not
Jesse
we're not-
Lingard.
No.
Just Jay Lingard.
Yeah. Dancing at the Emirates. Robson and Keane. We've got to be 2, haven't there? Would you have
Yeah.
Robson and Keane? I feel like with
I've
Everton,
had
if
the
you have
Keane
one,
one.
you've got to have the other.
I'd have the Keane one next to Fergie just to piss both of them off.
Looking at him.
Like
Yeah.
Staring at him.
just in front of him.
Yeah, just staring at each other.
This is a good question.
I mean, I would say one name, but given recent legal events in the past couple of years,
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and we can read between the lines. So let's move. swiftly
Scalzi.
on.
Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But the thing is, if you're going to go off achievements, he does deserve a statue.
He does.
Yeah.
Because he's the most successful footballer
However,
ever.
if you're going
Obviously,
on
there's
morals,
yeah, well, there's things going on.
by
in
the
there.
way, why does his brother just go on podcast broadcasting his L's in life? Like there was one podcast he was on, and he was just
2
like,
hours long.
Yeah,
How much detail do you want to go in, bro?
Yeah, but on one podcast he was like, "Oh, it wasn't just my brother. Lee Sharp was banging her as well." Like, and you're like, "Why are you telling people this, bruv? This is information that I keep to myself. Yeah, that you would have to
Like
like."
this.
Yeah. He's like, "No, Dion Dublin had a go. Like, there was this local club they'd all go to, and everyone was with my missus." And I'm like, "Brother, like, just shut up, innit? Like, this ain't cool anymore."
It's like one of them, and it's like
You got anything else going on in your life at all? At all?
I can't-
Apart from the fact that your missus got fucking banged.
I can't say too much about her. She's the mother of my children. What?
Yeah. Oh,
No, I'm too asshole. The kids won't like this.
Christmas dinner at the Gigs is fucking wild.
Like, imagine being cousins. You don't know if you're brothers or not. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just but he just annoys me. Like, and then he done
Birthday
that big
Uncle Dad?
advert as well, innit? He was
Paddy
on that
Power advert.
Yeah, he was on that advert, and I'm like,
Like
no,
mocking the thing.
Yeah,
But that was funny.
When we finish, remind me the Paddy Power advert is something I need to say off air.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's loads of stuff we need to say.
Yeah.
But like,
Hey.
but yeah, like he some of the stuff he says genuinely, like CIA couldn't get it out of me.
No,
Yeah, like-
just like why? Like, and this is what you book him to listen to this shit, and it's like
And I don't even think, from seeing some of the podcasts he's been on, he's getting paid.
He'd have 5 statues of men that had banged his missus, like outside of job.
anyway. My 5.
So we've got Robson Keane. We haven't got Giggs, I don't think, at the moment.
I think you might have to do an Eric Harrison class of '92 one.
No,
I know what you're saying,
No.
but it's more about it's one statue. So
No,
it's not
but have
individual statues.
that one outside the Stock Exchange Hotel.
Have that outside the cliff.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
George Best
Yeah, I
getting
can
one.
deal with that.
yeah, I could deal with that. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
George Best getting one. He's already got one.
Do you want to
Well, you could have
Do you want to
another.
manage England ladies badly? That's what can happen.
Jimmy Murphy's
Eric
got
needs
one,
to
hasn't
have
he?
one.
Jimmy Murphy would have been top of my list, but he's got one. It's getting unveiled in May. Eric.
Did you say Scholes?
1000%. Scholes is part of the class of '92.
Yeah,
Cantona
Cantona.
on his own. It's like, who needs another one? But Dennis Law's got 2.
Oh, what? As in you mean like an updated version,
I don't know because
like,
like
a shiny?
I could see another George Best one, me. And to be honest, Bobby Charlton's got a stand and a statue.
Yeah,
Does George Best needs like a cafeteria maybe? Like
an
there's gotta be
internet cafe or something. A bar.
Duncan Edwards has got one in Dudley, hasn't
Yeah, he should have one.
he? Yeah, in his hometown. He obviously not got one at Old Trafford. Someone like, I know it sounds a bit
Bill
left
Foulkes.
field, but I was just thinking that because he survived Munich, played 800 games, whatever it was for United, won the
Mate.
Champions League.
Lives through a fucking plane crash, pulls people out of burning fucking wreckage.
Harry Gregg.
Him and Harry Gregg.
Yeah.
Dusts it off and plays 2 weeks later.
Yeah. Like,
What the
we
fuck?
went to see that film, didn't we? And they were brutal. It's like Jimmy Murphy was saying to him, right, fucking get you in the game. Never mind that.
You're not
That's what it was like
Yeah.
back then.
You're not concentrating.
Like, bro, just seen
What's
all
the matter
the
with you?
teammates die last week, don't care. Get on with it.
PTSD.
Like, it was.
Who's this at right wing?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I don't know who he is.
Like, honestly, wasn't it? It was not that long after the war as well, so I think attitude's slightly different, that people were sort of like stiff up a little, you get on with it.
Yeah, and now people, I mean, I know a lot gets made about like players' mental health nowadays, but some of the stuff that they like, someone called me a name on social media.
Yeah, I saw a thing
Can't
that
play
sent me
anymore.
over there when it was like the Harry Kane stuff was going on. He'd been getting some criticism, and someone was like, "This is the worst any England player's ever been for him." Like, what?
It's not like they hung effigies.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Death threats to him.
Yeah, it's not like Bobby Charlton lost all his teammates and played in the World Cup that year.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
are you on about? Harry Kane's had a horrible tweet about him.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Had that, so many tweets. That's why I put it over the bar.
Shut up, man.
It's like, I do get the mental health, obviously, like you say, it's serious, but sometimes people over-exaggerate how much something matters to certain people. That's my point. Is like, it's not that deep. That's the
But
worst
like,
thing that's
imagine
ever happened to
saying that
someone.
like a year after like 3 England players have been racially abused as
That's
well.
what I
like,
mean. It's
Like,
like,
just
come
like
on.
the balls on you to come out with that statement and go like.
But a lot of the press lap it up because they want to keep on the good side, don't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Southgate's created this weird sort of fucking positivity cult around England, which sickens me. Like, there's no criticism of him. There's no criticism of any other performances, even though they've been dire.
Yeah.
And it's just like everything's dead happy and that. Like, you see some of the shit that the press used to come out with. Not necessarily saying it was right, but it was balanced.
Yeah.
Like, if it was shit, it was at least called shit.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just like
He was very savvy though, wasn't he, with the press, Southgate. When he leads his team and that, and he sort of didn't blame him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't blame you," and all that. And they were all like, "Oh, he's such a different
He's
manager."
Ned Flanders, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's Ned Flanders.
he's a company man.
Yeah, but when we won the Fair Play Award, I was like, are you having me on, bruv? Right, like the Fair Play Award.
I missed
bruv.
the open top parade for that. I'm sick.
I know, man.
That means you're soft.
Sound
That's
really
all
good,
it means to me. Like I want like can you imagine any team that had Roy Keane in would never have won the Fair Play Award, right?
No.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't see that as an achievement. They're like, oh, we only got a yellow card. Like, oh,
Is that
well,
what we got? One yellow card.
something like that. Yeah.
Someone in the chat, Scott Evans says Rooney.
For a statue.
Why not?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I said, why not? I could give you a couple of reasons.
all-time leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah.
Won the lot. Did
These
win
are
a lot.
these are crap. These are crap. Just for that, actually, yeah. Just give him a statue for calling Duncan Ferguson and them lot crap.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm not having it.
These are crap.
Yeah, that was like unbelievable.
But you could tell that was what he thought when he came through playing.
I love
It
that.
wasn't a technical
He's
team.
16-year-old who
He
thinks all
thought,
his
no,
teammates-
but he thought Obertan was crap. That's
Yeah.
why he was in Fergie's office going, bruv, who's this guy you signed? Because like, I'm not having him, bruv.
I love
Have
the
you seen the
fact-
back of his head, bruv? and Fergie's like, get the hell out of it. No, I'm going City, bruv. he had some balls on him. Yeah, so give him a statue.
I love that though when he did that interview and he's like, he was 16, just started in the Everton team, thinks all his teammates are shit, and he's telling the manager he's having a go at the manager for not playing him. He's like, mate, you're a child, and that's
He
how
wasn't,
was.
though, was he?
No,
he
like-
was a beast, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just.
That's why he was finished as early as he was.
Yeah,
Well, that and several other reasons.
Wasn't it Moulenstein that said like he was better than Ronaldo, but Ronaldo was a lot more professional? That's why.
Do you remember 2006, like when they fell out, and loads of people I knew were siding with Rooney, were like, get rid of Ronaldo. If it's between the two of them, Rooney's the one you want to keep.
Yeah.
Because at the time, Rooney was like the goal.
That aged well.
What did Ronaldo do after that?
Nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Where's he playing now?
Exactly.
Point proven.
Jack FR4 says, sweet to see the best team ever. Liverpool get humbled. Laughing.
Best team ever. The
he's
golden
laughing, he's
era
joking, I
was
think.
literally fucking nothing retained.
Yeah.
Pritesh Patel says,
They're like,
"Good
we
luck,
won
Kay
everything.
and
Yeah,
Paddock."
once. We did it in 10 days once.
RN's got a question. Prime Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Prime Rashford?
I don't know if we've seen Prime Rashford yet.
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
But also,
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored a goal every 71 minutes in the 1999
not to
season.
mention a hat trick. Was it 4 goals in like 6 minutes against Forest?
Yeah.
That like, I want to. If I see Rashford do something like that, then I'm gonna be like, yeah. But
Fergie's like, just keep it tight, no problem.
like, I think Ollie became a bit of a joke to a lot of younger fans because of obviously his tenure as manager. But for people that remember him playing, bruv.
20 legend was there for a reason.
I feel a
exactly.
bit sorry for the younger fans, you know. You know when you were talking earlier about like the madness with Martial?
Yeah.
I think some of these younger fans, like if you're 15 now, you haven't seen a prime Rooney or a prime Ronaldo or a prime Beckham.
We ruined people's childhoods.
Yeah. Even a Rude.
Like,
Yeah. Like, I've had this argument all the time. Rude's the best striker ever.
Remember, we used to pretend he was better than Henry, though. Like,
Well, I didn't. He was. He was better than Henry. Mate,
Henry ever retain a title? Don't fucking think so.
Hey, come
Go
on.
see what Henry did in Barcelona.
Did you meet
When
Henry?
he fucked off to no.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
But do you think is Henry? Do you think the best striker?
No, but I think at
Very,
that
very
time-
good player.
Yeah, I think not the best, but I think Henry's top 5 strikers in the Premier League. And it pains me to say it, but he was amazing.
Some of those big games.
I love how much Andy Cole's come up into the consciousness lately.
Oh, I met Andy Cole, yeah, and he looked like he didn't give a damn about me, bro.
Yeah, he don't.
Right, like,
Bruv, this isn't like
I had a dream that Andy Cole was my uncle, innit? Right? And
Did you tell him that when you met him?
yeah, I did. I did. It was at this after party at the O2, and I was like, bro, like you made my childhood, this, that, the other, bro.
That's
like,
all right. That bit's good.
Yeah.
You're doing all right so far.
Anyway,
5
he's
out of 5.
just gone. Yeah, cool, safe, whatever. Like leather jacket, like fur on there and whatnot. Yeah. And then I'm like, why is he not paying attention to me? Literally, there's a queue after me, right, of people just saying the exact same thing, like a conveyor belt, right? And I was like, oh, that's why. But like he looked at me like I was dirt off his shoe, bro. Like,
Steve did one of the
Andy
best
Cole,
interviews I've ever
yeah.
seen with Andy Cole.
was it just yes,
when
no,
Zoom started.
bye.
No, that was Clay Blackmore. Clay Blackmore's the worst interview I've ever had.
Yeah. He's not joking.
Literally, it'd be like Mason Greenwood's breaking through into the first team. I'm like, mate, Mason's, look what he's done in the academy. Did you always see this special talent in him as he was coming through? Yeah.
Did you hear that?
All right, mate.
All right, next question.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, Andy Cole, we did it when Zoom was first kicking about.
Like
And
lockdown
he's
times.
filmed it from down here with the space background.
Right, he's got the space background. And Steve's like asked him like a few times to move his cameras. There's only so many times you can ask him before he gets a bit awkward.
He's gonna. Oh no! Don't even try that with Andy Cole. Yeah.
But there was points where I was watching an interview where Andy Cole leans back and his head disappears and it just becomes like the whole space background takes over the screen. And I'm like, Steve's trying his best. So I'm like, this is almost unusable. Like it's an Andy Cole interview. And
the thing is, it's an Andy Cole interview.
Yeah.
It ain't a good interview.
No.
It's like you were saying about Beckham.
Yeah.
It is a waste because he ain't going to give you anything.
But apparently he.
Everyone's great.
I
everyone's
heard at
worked dead
Soccer Aid.
hard.
I heard at Soccer Aid he was having a go at Lee Mack because Lee Mack didn't want Chunks and Philly to be taking penalties, and he was like, "Let them take the penalties, bruv." Looked at him
remember-
like
do you
that, and then he was like, "All right, fair enough."
Do you remember the Andy Cole World Cup interview that he did? Do you remember the Q&A he did for the World Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
He did an interview, I think it was with Squawker or someone. He got a Squawker exclusive Andy Cole. Listen, we love Andy Cole as a disclaimer, but this is quality.
But one of the best strikers ever.
Yeah, listen,
not just in this country, ever.
Adore Andy Cole, but he is hard work when it comes to me.
They've done a World
He
Cup.
goes, "Oh yeah, I don't. What's it? I score proper goals, no penalties." I was like, "Yes, talk your shit, bruv."
So they did an interview before the World Cup in 2014. So they asked him some questions, obviously. Winner, Brazil. Right?
You
Fine.
want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. Dark horse, I haven't got one. Okay. Golden boot. If Messi do well, then if Argentina do well, then Messi. Okay. Golden ball, best player. I don't know. There could be a surprise. Someone could come out of nowhere, so that's a tough one. Okay. Young player of the tournament. Let's move on. Young player of the tournament. That's another tough one. Nobody knows yet.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, man.
That's like-
love to have you on again sometime.
Love Andy Cole. Don't want to interview him.
I would have loved to have been around when he was like clubbing in Manchester. Like
I met him clubbing in Manchester, and actually, don't know if he'd have a beer in him or if he was just playing the game, but he was sound, and I absolutely ruined him. Bent his ear right.
there's a current Man United player that I saw at a Halloween party, right? And I was like, oh my God. And then his mates were like, no, it's not him. And I was just like,
It's not him.
Bro,
It's him then,
for
innit?
10 minutes, yeah? For 10 minutes, I was annoyed that he was there, bruv. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even, you're like, your head's not right. Like, get in the game, bruv. Like, he had a drink in his hand and all sorts, and a costume.
Did you ever hear that story?
That annoyed me more than
Story
anything.
about Nicole.
Which one?
One where he took his top on and was ready to fight with someone who was giving him grief. You remember that? In town?
I've seen him have a fight in a club.
Someone, apparently United fan giving him. This is
With
when he was
Kevin
struggling.
How was it?
He got into it.
Man, like.
Kevin Campbell, have you ever met? You've met Kevin Campbell, yeah.
Yeah, me and
He's like the friendliest
Who
guy
hasn't he met though? Like he's met Arnold in the space of a week though. You met like half of like
the United shortlist from the 90s.
Pro Evolution Soccer's like whole roster.
I was at Dwight York's wetting the baby's head for Harvey, and at that party, Andy Cole and Kevin Campbell had a fight.
Wait, how did you get an invite?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
2002.
How old are you now?
18.
Mate, before the internet, before social media, things went off.
Yeah, cutting about the place.
back in the day.
But I'm like, how
Bartez
did
came
you?
in a suit and was standing there smoking at the bar.
Oh my god, but Barthez was a madman, you know.
No shit. Do you remember the Arsenal game?
Yes.
I'm just going to remember the one against Henry, where he just went running past him.
Me and
Out
Kev
the goal,
Campbell
left the ball.
was a snooker doubles at one point.
Who?
We got to a semi-final in a snooker tournament.
How many lives have you lived?
Mate, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's
Honestly.
Because do you know he's done all of this while being like done like 2 tours of Iraq and Afghanistan as well. Like it's like
It's a small world around here.
no, I know, but like most people like wouldn't do that in a lifetime. Like yeah, and you've been like you took time away to give other people a chance to like catch up with you, and then like, you come back and you're like, oh, I've still got a better life than you. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I've just been trying to like liberate some other people.
I can't play snooker though.
Huh?
I can't play snooker.
You can't play snooker?
No, my whole thing was just
we're
try
not
and
all
fucking
perfect.
sneak a ball in there and let Kev try and pot everything because I was shit. We got to semi-final with that tactic though.
Okay. I can't play any of those. I don't respect any of those sports that can be like where you can train in a pub.
Not a darts fan.
No. When I saw people going, oh my God, they scored 2-9 darts, I was like, so, hands? Like, what's their heart rate? What's your resting heart rate as a darts player?
Probably
97.
Probably pretty hard. Probably more than a marathon runner.
I don't class any of those as sports. Like you literally go down. What if you can train in a spoons?
Golf is a pub game that you play outside.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's none of those games.
I don't think anything with a car or a horse is a sport either.
No, it's not. It's not.
If you can train in a spoon.
It's true though. Like when people are like, oh, we need to go to the darts. Why? It's a great night out. Like that's.
I've been on that.
We was looking at some content yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about just trying every Olympic sport for content, right? Like skateboarding. Me with the skateboarding guy from the Great Britain Olympic team. So you win gold medals in this shit, yeah? Like fall over.
Do you know what I would love?
How is that a sport?
Do you know what I would love if they like hosted like the darts world championships in Qatar? Took away the alcohol. See how much people.
Imagine how shit it'd be.
I'm guessing the crowd wouldn't be that big.
Yeah.
Loads of shakes going.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
No one dresses a banana.
Wouldn't turn up either. But you used to be able to do that. In the
Just
snooker,
throwing the
didn't you?
darts at people that disagree with the regime.
You used to be able to get, like on the professional snooker thing, you used to be able to drink, and then they took that away, didn't they? So you used to get like Alec Higgins and all them lot just getting absolutely levered, like playing
It's not a
fucking
sport.
top level
It's not a
fucking
sport, is it?
snooker.
No one's ever got absolutely cunted and done speed skating.
If
As
they
far
have,
as I
if
know,
they have,
as far
they've
as I
only
know.
done it once. Right. So you're going to do all of them. You're going to try to go to all the Olympic sports.
I'm exploring the idea of just going.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
Are
Steve
you not
Howson
watching
doing
me
rhythmic
do that? Are
gymnastics.
you not watching me
You're
do
telling
that?
Bruv,
me,
I would.
You're telling me, right? Have you seen on a thumbnail on YouTube? Stephen Howson does rhythmic.
What, in a leotard?
Yeah, rhythmic gymnastics. You ain't giving that at least 20 seconds of your time.
Listen,
you are at least clicking
I'm
on a little
clipping
bit
that
of
up and using it as a meme in every group
Of
chat.
course you are. Like, do you know what I mean? That bangs and you know it does.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Have you seen how mad some of the sports are? Though?
Yeah. Some of them shouldn't be
sports
stopped.
are hilarious.
Volleyball and that. I could see you doing volleyball.
Yeah.
You smashed the shooting, to be fair.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Well, it started with a conversation of if we could, what Olympic sport would be the easiest to get?
Bowling. Bowling's easy as well, isn't it?
Bowling.
Yeah, in bowling now.
I don't think so. I didn't
Isn't
say
it?
that on the
What,
list
like
yesterday.
10 pin bowling? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Might be coming in.
You never know, man. The way if they're getting rid of boxing and they put in some of these weird sports, why not? If darts is a sport.
Yeah,
that's
how
fucking-
boxing and wrestling was getting chinned off and like some of the shit. that's
Also,
in there.
sailing.
Golf.
Fuck sailing.
Sailing's hard, you know.
No, but I don't care, bruv. Like,
But is it an easy one to get into, maybe?
no, it's not, bruv. Like football and all those.
What was going on?
You have to be a tough. You have to be a tough to
what
be
should
into
do?
those sports.
I need to ask
Yeah.
you this: when you was teaching your mate shooting in Qatar, was that a joke? Was that
Nope.
a setup? Because at one point he had the gun over his
I know.
shoulder. What was going? Like it was a bazooka. What was going? Was that?
Was it handball? How is like boxing, like you said, they're getting rid of boxing, but handball gets
And
sustained.
equestrian.
What is
What do you mean by
artistic
equestrian?
swimming?
Fucking about with
What
a
is
horse.
artistic swimming? What, you got a paintbrush with you in the water or something, bruv, right? Alpine ski and Nordic, what's Nordic combined? Luge.
Me doing luge is going to be funny as fuck.
Trampolining, you doing trampolining.
Yeah, I'd definitely click on that. That's funny.
Who are you going to bring along with you?
Don't know. Might do a different person every episode.
Freestyle wrestling, you might.
How's baseball in the fucking Olympics?
What? Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
That's a joke. Like, they just put them into
But there must be
road
one.
cycling.
There must be one of these that is like
breakdancing. There you go.
Right, I'm not saying you can win gold in it, but to just get in the team. Because there must be some of these where there's 2 people in the team.
Yeah.
There must be.
Like we do well in a lot of all the posh sports though. But that's a posh sport.
Do you know why? And I saw this. I mean, you were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? Because I did Nordic skiing when I was in the army. There's no way anyone from Droylsden's ever done Nordic skiing.
No, of course, 100%.
But the army
think of all
love
the
it.
like Nordic skiers we've missed out on because like it wasn't accessible to Greater Manchester.
It's just not something you ever fucking do.
No.
But the army love it because it's soldiering skills. It's long distance endurance and it's shooting. It's literally soldiering.
Yeah.
So the army love you. So we did 16 weeks.
But do you know what? Do you know? Imagine doing like oh yeah, I've done this sailing challenge. I've been away for like 90 days sailing like across the Pacific.
Only British people do that. Isn't it?
But yeah, it is. But
I
also
rode
when you
across
come
the
back, no
Atlantic
one
in a
cares.
bath.
No one knows who you are. Like you've just done all of that. Like I'm in a Guinness Book of Records. So
Yeah.
like
I sailed across the
Kieran
Atlantic in a
Richardson's got a
bath.
Premier League medal. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I sat in a bath full of beans.
Exactly. Frank Underwood says baseball is in because the last one is in Japan and the next one is in the States. That's why it's
So
in.
fucking what?
I think I've said this.
They're
round-
literally the only 2 people.
it's
Is it
rounders
them
with
2 in
marketing.
Cuba do it. That's it.
it's rounders with marketing. That's all it is. It's just, and also, like, why do you need to take roids for that? Wasn't there a big like steroid scandal, PEDs, for like in baseball?
Smash it.
And yeah, but it's like, how would you not realize overnight all the guys are skinny and then one guy's just come up there like smacking it into like outside the
Why is his
stadium?
veins bigger than the back?
Yeah,
What's going on there?
We are gonna have to wrap up, unfortunately.
unfortunately.
This is. I mean, someone just said, Jez Dead Baby said, do a 2-hour brew. We should have done really somewhere. We could have done.
We had to move the time because of the match, obviously, later.
Yeah. Yeah. United playing in a bit.
Yeah, I had to wake up early to come here, but it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. I have to come back on.
I will do.
Because I was messaging you going, yeah, you'll have to come on a brew. And he's like, I'm already coming. You're not supposed to stay. I'm like, no.
I was like, yeah. I was like, Steve. The funny
That
thing
was
was,
the
I
thing,
messaged
like-
him and he was like, yeah, I'm with Jay now. I'll tell him. And then
Because I'm messaging him going, I'd love to have you on the brew. He's like, I'm already coming on the 6th of January. Steve not told you. I'm like, no.
I'll honestly like, I'm more gassed about this than I've been on most.
What are you up
appearances.
to anyway before we go? What's
I will.
on
Be,
YouTube?
yeah, I've got a special on YouTube. I've got 2 of them on YouTube. You can go and watch them. Spoken Curd and Curd Your Enthusiasm. And I'm coming back on tour. In
No one
autumn.
cares. It's 9 months away.
Yeah, but still.
No
buy
one
tickets.
cares. It's 9
Stoller
months
Hall.
away. You can come back on again and plug that shit down.
100%. But yeah,
Yeah.
still buy tickets. kcurd.com.
Definitely.
I'll be there. You lot
Anyone
come
that
on.
brings one of these babies in.
Yeah, hang that up
Lifetime
somewhere.
What are you
innit?
doing?
To the
Tell
brew.
everyone where the tour is.
It's in Stoller Hall. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, Manchester.
What?
Stoller Hall. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, he's doing a pub.
No, it's not a pub.
Stoller Hall.
It's actually. It's an
Did
actual.
they say it's Stoller Hall? It's a real hall.
It's 450 seats. So
Really?
that's- Yeah.
Can't grumble at
last time I was here, I did Gorilla. So I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Opposite
200.
the
Yeah.
O2.
Yeah. Sold that
You're
out.
going in the right direction.
Yeah, sold that out. So
Yeah?
then like we're
Gorilla's a good venue, you know.
Yeah.
Saw Exhibit in Gorilla. It was fucking
ya?
mint, yeah.
That's sick, that. That's decent. So, yeah.
Exhibit. Have you seen his house like when they did Cribs? It was like real average.
Something, 3-bed semi.
Semi-detached housing.
Yeah,
No.
it was just like, oh, like this is.
Winton.
But it's, he
I got
probably.
a pool, but I have to blow it up like
Yeah,
that.
he probably never got the memo in it where like people were like renting out houses pretending it was theirs. He was just like, oh, like you want to see my house, all right?
Yeah. I ain't got the car to drive. The missus took it.
Yeah, but yeah, come and see me, and then yeah, just follow me KAEKUR. I've got a podcast called Ain't Got a Clue, which
We'll
is quite
put a
fun.
link in the description to
Lovely.
Kay's podcast. Also, go and check out the Manscaped link as well. 20% off using the code Howson20. Get free shipping as well. Big thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring the channel. What are you up to this weekend?
First game back in 5 weeks for the paddock tomorrow.
Jeez.
Playing a team level on points with us.
Oh, mate. I'll check Twitter to see how you get on before I know whether to
Whoa,
message you or not.
why is like, have some faith, man? He's
Not played in 5 weeks. I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to train.
So,
Less than ideal.
their manager's been on a jolly up in Qatar.
man, he's been in Qatar. Hey, what's going on there?
Yeah, no, I'm scouting.
Took one of the players with him as well. Hey. Is he
How many
playing
of your
tomorrow?
players do you reckon are better than the Al Nassr professionals?
Better than who?
Al
Nassr.
Nassr.
We just had a shout out to Kieran. Kieran has just been signed by Barletown, which is a Welsh Prem team.
Nice.
They was actually in Europa League at the start of the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, so that's a big jump for him. We had David Salome while I was in Qatar get signed by a Serie D team that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
So the answer is a lot.
Before we go as well, you just reminded me of something. Sad news today, wasn't it, about Vialli?
Yeah.
A couple of people in the chat. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I was going to mention it before we wrapped up.
Hasn't he been ill for a minute?
Yeah, I think he has.
Pancreatic cancer.
Was that what it was? Yeah.
Well, my favourite Vialli memory is when he was a player manager at Chelsea and he wanted to sub himself off in a European game and he just started doing kick-ups and kicked the ball.
Do you know what? It's funny. I love that. Do you remember the one where he was on a red? He was player manager and he went through someone and the ref come over to give him a red card. And
He subbed
himself off. He's like that on the bench and the ref just run over. No. but I'll absolutely.
There's a lot of
player,
Chelsea fans that don't probably
manager.
remember when they had all they had were player managers. They had like two.
He was pre-Roman era, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Who was the Ken Bates as the chairman
Yeah,
at the time? Because he went through that big foreign revolution, didn't he? With bringing in the likes of Rude.
These were massive. You know, Vialli at Chelsea was like, what is going on there? Rude Ullit at Chelsea was like, hey? Because this is when Chelsea were like 15.
Vialli just scored the winner for Juventus in the Champions League.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was a madness. I'm not his biggest fan, but if you've seen the tribute that Graham Souness did, it's actually very moving.
Oh, fuck Graham Souness.
I know, well, fair enough. Anyway, big thanks, Cave, coming on. Big thanks to Manscaped. Big thanks to Stephen Howson. This has been The Brew. Make sure you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back later on with the watch-along for the Everton FA Cup game, of course, and then you will be giving a review later on as well, so you can have his reaction. Thanks for watching.